What I think hurts young people? Pride.
You think so?
Yeah, let me explain. I'm trying to put myself in your nice shoes right now, and I'm saying, you know, there's a part of you that's like, look, I don't want it to just be homies that he's gonna get me. I'm gonna go get mine, do my thing. I actually think that's a stunning vulnerability that a lot of people get caught on. I think you should recruit at Tennessee and hard. And I don't know your Rolodex or anybody else you played with or your best friend in the league or who the fuck knows, right? I really think that's a really interesting thing for you to debate. You know, do you know I spent my whole, do you know even when, this is gonna blow your mind what I'm about to say. Maybe AJ's the only one that really knows this. Do you know even as you were about to say what you were about to say about my background, I didn't like it? I know how great I am, and I wish my story was 0 to 60, not 3 to 60. Because then people could be like, well, he had this. Like, I know what I am, and it sucks. I used to cry, I used to call my mother and cry and be like, nobody's ever gonna give me credit. You know this. Yeah. Like, this was the biggest fear of my life when I knew I was special at 18, like I'm gonna be it. I was like it's, and so, what ends up happening is, if you're good enough, you're good enough. I'm sure AJ had to deal with it with VaynerMedia, right? His brother was like, what did he, like, you know, so I think pride, I think AJ is very successful in life because he knew how to calibrate the good and the bad. So I think when you start something, there's gonna be a bunch of people who, if they don't know anything about you, you're 23, this and that, you're not gonna prove it to them, man.
No, impossible, no matter how smart you are. I was in the boardroom with C-suite executives at every Fortune 500, but when you're 23 walking into a room,
they're like, get the fuck out of here.
You can't say anything.
So the next step is just moving on.
Well, so I stay on moving on. Like, I don't even start to try to convince anybody. I actually prefer them not to believe and then show them later because you win them over harder. So what I would do, if you were like my son or brother, I'd be like, listen, here's what you do. Let's figure out, you know, when a man says brothers, like whatever he can put you onto, great. Whatever, like I don't know, but like whatever you start with advantages with, your high school coach who taught this kid, like take up all those things. Because I'll tell you some of the things that I've done not well in my career where I had too much ego and pride and didn't want to take the easy thing, just stupid. At the end of the day, the net score is the net score. So I would give that thought.
Okay.